Okay. Okay, guys. Pankaj Thakur is the host now. Puja.
Pankaj,
Yes, ma'am.
make the host Rimita ma'am, please.
Okay.
You have given me?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
Rimita, you are host now. Carry on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday we did up to this frozen set, na? Okay. Okay. Before going to dictionary type of values, I want to let you know some basic concepts on conditionals. Okay. So, do you have any idea about if else block and for loop, while loop? Any idea? Are you familiar with loop concepts and conditional concepts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here just look if true, print. Look, if false print, this is false block. Nothing gets printed out. Okay. If I add else part, okay, if is used to provide a condition. Okay. Underneath the particular a set of statements or a particular statement gets executed based on the condition provided in the if clause. If you want to print the else part, that is if the condition is not satisfied, understood? You all have to do same thing with me. Okay, just do the same on your notebook. Okay. I think you have understood how if else works. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
First condition does not get evaluated to true. That's why it comes to else part and it prints out this is else block. But in this case where if is true, the first statement gets evaluated to true. So the first statement gets printed out here and the else part will never get evaluated. Okay. Okay, so if I want to replace something, because true false are boolean values now. So if I want to replace something with some string, like suppose uh, language equal to Python. Okay, and if I want to print something, provided that the language must be Python. Okay. Understood. And if you want to negate that condition, you can do this, that you can use not operator. Not is a logical operator. Okay. Nothing gets printed out. Okay. So So first we have checked based on the Boolean values. Now I have just checked on the string value, because that string gets evaluated to true or false basis. When it is provided within the if clause, then it will this string value will get treated as Boolean value. Okay, if language means if language equal to Python. Okay, so it will check whether that there is a match, and that match gets evaluated to true or not. Okay, so if it gets evaluated to true, then it will print, and otherwise it will not print. And if you mention else clause, then the else clause will get printed out. Okay, understood. Okay, so before going into some operators, just let me tell you, do you have any idea about keywords and what are the different types of operators we have to use? There are different built-in keywords. Keywords means what? Are the reserved words which cannot be used as variable names. Okay, they have a special meaning. Okay, conveying to the computer. Okay, operating system. Okay, so that Python also has a list of built-in keywords. Okay, and you will just search on over search in any website, and you can get the list. Some of them: if, else, for, while, true, false, none, import, class. Okay, def is used to define function. Okay, uh, is, in is used as membership operator, is used as identity operator. Okay, and the what do you mean by operator? Operators are the symbols or notation that computes some sort of uh, that operands are the symbols or notation that compute some sort of operations between two operands. Okay, so this is the meaning of uh, uh, okay, so So do you have any idea about how many operators we have to use?
Yes, ma'am. Sort of.
How many?
I'm not exactly how many, but there are many types of operators like logical operators, Boolean operators, true, false, and or not,
Okay.
addition, subtraction.
And there are basically 7 type of operators like arithmetic operators, comparison operators, assignment, logical, bitwise, membership, identity. You can jot down arithmetic, comparison, assignment, logical, bitwise, membership, identity. Okay. So and you have to know the precedence of this operator through a table which is available on internet. Okay. Here exponent sign which is represented as double asterisk sign. The exponent operator is given priority over all the others used in the expression. Then tilde sign is used to negate, okay, a particular expression, binary plus, binary minus, okay, that is unary plus, unary minus, okay. Then comes multiplication, divide, modulo, remainder, float division, okay. Then comes binary plus, minus, okay. Then comes left shift, right shift, okay. Then binary and XOR and or comes after that. Then comparison operators means less than, equal to, greater equal to, okay. Equality operator, less than, greater than, equal to, okay, not equal to, these are equality checking operator, okay. Assignment operator, equal to sign. And compound assignment operator, suppose you have written a equal to 10, b equal to 5, you can write b plus equal to 5. What happened? B will get added to the previous value of b with 5. That is b equal to, instead of writing b equal to b plus 5, you can write b plus equal to 5. So here plus equal to, minus equal to, multiplication equal to, exponent equal to, modulo equal to. These are the compound assignment operators. Okay. Is and is not is your identity operators. Okay. Suppose you want to check whether the particular uh, uh, reference is pointing to the same object or not. Okay, that is also referred to by some other reference. Okay, suppose string 1 and string 2, str1 and str2 points to the same object. So str2 is identity of str1 or not, you want to check that. Okay, when you do class the objects concept, then you can better understand the use of these identity operators. And you're familiar with in operator. In yesterday we are we did some sort of in operation yesterday in string. Okay, where we want to check a particular letter present in a particular string or not. Okay, so you have to use either in or not in if you want think that the letter is not present in that particular string. Okay, so this is membership operator. So these are the operators. Okay, so just come to this. So if I use something like, suppose, okay, I want to check both the conditions. Okay, so one thing which I can do, I can create nested if statement within another if statement. Okay, first the outer if uh, have to mention, then the inner if I have to declare. But first the inner if gets checked, then the first one. Just look. Okay, I'm doing first this. Okay. If I want to equal to, I can use equality check, equality operator. Okay. Nothing gets printed out. Why? Because first when it gets checked, the admin, okay, that does not match because the value is case sensitive now. And so what happens? It doesn't. Cannot come onto this password clause. Okay, for further checking. If I do this, look, nothing gets printed out. Okay, because the first condition is true, but the second condition is not true. And if I do this, then it will show me that the user successfully logged in. Understood? How the if condition gets evaluated? Okay. So if you want to do some sort of if else, suppose it is 02, then which give you this. Here you can write one thing that is else for. Just wait. Here you can do one thing. You either you can write that the user has successfully logged in, but you know this is not the right way because so it means that you can enter password 01 or you can enter any other value like password 03, password 045. What happened? Just look. Hmm. This is else block. Okay, because it will be any value. Okay, so to do that you have to introduce elif part. Okay, elif password equal to password 01. Okay, and then you can print else. This is else block. Okay, what happened? Just do this. Okay, and if it is something this, okay, first was 03, then again it will come to this else block. Understood? So this is the way of doing. Okay, so if you want to check this outer if, suppose this is your this, then what happened? Nothing gets printed out because this outer if clause does not have a corresponding else clause. Okay, so to do that, or any elif word, you can either do else, that is this is outer else block. Okay, so if you can do that again, you can check this, give the right value so that the condition gets evaluated to true. Please check password. Okay, so you cannot enter at the right position. Okay, so here, because this elif password is under this if user now, so here what you have to do, then you have to again write one thing, that is again another nested if for this. Okay, for this elif, I'm keeping only one, you can do 0201 and else what also. Okay, sorry, I have to keep it one. Okay, I do another thing, I use elif. Please check password successfully logged in. Okay, you can do this here also. Okay, you can use else here or not, whatever. So just look, it just ignores this first if block. Okay, the outer if block where also inner if block is present. Just start searching from there, because the first outer statement, the first if statement does not evaluate to true. Okay, when it does not get evaluated, to true, then it just comes to this elif, okay, else if condition where this there is an exact match, okay, which so user equal to admin gets evaluated to true, okay, then the corresponding statements are checked, and when there is an exact match, that is password equal to password 02, then it prints successfully logged in, okay, understood. But if nothing, suppose if I do this, and do this, then only the outer else block will get printed out, okay, understood. So using if statement, nested if statement, and if there is an other, there are some other conditions which you need to check, then it becomes an hectic task, okay. So to avoid these things, we have to work with logical operators where and or comes, okay. Just look at the use of and or, okay. You don't need to keep focus on indentation. You don't need to bother about the flow, about how to maintain the flow of this if else if part, okay. So it is quite easy. Understood. If suppose you want to check something like is your marks, okay, you want to check marks, that is you want to give grade based on particular marks, okay. So suppose if marks is equal to 80 and grade elif okay, do one thing, or. Okay. Mars. I just want to make you use of or. Okay. Okay, just do one thing, then that will be good. Stream BCA. Okay, stream equal to BCA. Or just do this. Instead of doing this kind of checking, you can do this. Or not stream. You can use exclamatory sign. Okay, or not. Okay. Suppose. Okay. We can handle that part using exception handling also. But right now, just concentrate in this. So just do one thing. One things. Okay. What happened? Doesn't it work here? Just wait. Not defined. Just wait. I have to give something else. 30 MCA. Ready, save. Okay. So not stream. Okay. Okay. And if I want to do again, suppose, if you put any marks greater than 80 and marks less than a, it will show you. But if you put, just look at this or condition. In case of and, both the conditions need to be true, but in case of or, either one of the condition needs to be true. Okay. So I'm giving something. Suppose I don't want to meet the first condition. I'm giving 80. Okay. And I'm giving this. Okay. Then I'm getting grade B. Okay. Because or not stream na. But if I do this, okay, just I want to evaluate this. Grade B. Okay. And again, F. Just wait. Do one thing. Just okay. Just both the conditions for 60 and 80, and that is grade B and grade A becomes equal. Yes. So if I do this, I think it will not come to this part. That is marks is greater than 20 and 40. Okay. First check this. That will be good. Stream. Exactly. Because you are providing input now, so you the already mentioned BCA gets overridden by that value. So then this stream wants to get evaluated to that MCA, okay, which is provided by the user as input, and it just overrides the previously value of stream variable. Okay, that is that holds the value BCA. So when you are checking for true condition, then and only mentioning and stream, so it just checks for MCA, just checks for B check or BE. So you have to keep this thing. That is, you have to check this input value with the given value mentioned, that is stream equal to BCA. Okay, then you can come to this part of elif clause. Okay, so just look for this any for condition stream equal to MCA. It will just print out this grade F, although the value, although the first condition has not met here, that is marks is greater than 20 and marks is less than equal to 40. Okay, understood? And again, if you want to do this, if you do this as BCA and keep this 30, then your grade is F. Then the first condition, marks is greater than 20 and marks is less than equal to 40, will get evaluated. Okay, understood up to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Pankaj, have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Stream overrides this, okay, because it is provided by the user, okay, as input. Okay, so if you do this only taking and stream, okay, then and you're providing MCA, then that stream is holding MCA. Okay, that stream is evaluated to true for that input value, that is MCA here, or anything which you are providing. Okay, so here you have to check with the, if you want to check with a particular constant string, then you have to use equality check operator and mention that value. Okay, in that case you may uncomment, you may comment out this thing and you can directly do this comparison. Okay, so this is how we have to use and or not. Okay, and now I'm just showing you the use of for loops. Okay, just wait. Okay, before going to loop concepts, I want to let you know something, that is how can we use false values. First is false, use false, use none, use numeric value 0 and other than 0, use any empty sequence like string, lace, tuple. Okay. Use empty mapping like dict. Okay. So how can we use that? Just show you. I'm showing you. You have already familiar. You are already familiar with for true false. I'm not showing that for the second time. I'm just showing you none. Just look. If none, okay, none is to be treated as false. Okay. So else block will get evaluated. Okay. If 0, okay. If 10, understood. If understood. If this is empty string. Okay. If empty tuple. Okay. If understood. Have you all done the same thing on your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we have to do for loop. Okay. When I want to print a certain number of items present in a list, suppose I in Okay, I have to loop through the items. Okay, you can use range function. Eleven is your exclusive, okay, upper boundary. If you want to mention your lower bound, do that. Okay, you can use separator here. Sorry, not separator. That is your increment. Okay, how we want to increment by here. I want to increment by uh, 2. Okay, so that is, I don't want to go I don't want to increment sequentially one by one. Okay, I want to make a gap of 2 units. Okay, and can do that. Okay, understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Straight. You can use nested loop. Okay, you all know na nested loop. 2A, 2B, 2C, then 3A, 3B, 3C. Okay. So using int membership operator, you can print the items present in a list. Okay. And if you want to iterate for a certain number of times, okay, when the number of times is known to you, you can do that also. I is just wait. break. Okay. Just look. Break keyword is used to make the loop out. Just break keyword is used to come to come the loop out of this. Okay, to come just to stop the operations. Okay. Understood. The loop just comes out of the. Okay. Just wait. Just look. 6 does not get printed out here. It just keeps the current iteration. Okay. So if you want to print something for your current iteration, you can that. You can use that. You want to do that. Okay. So this is the user break and continue keyword. You don't want to execute anything, nothing. Okay. So you want to print found. Then it will just print that found. Okay. But because this statement comes after this pass, executes nothing. But if I do this, just wait. getting the you can introduce else with for loop. Okay. Just loop. Okay, it will execute the statement following the for loop. Okay, but if you don't want to do anything here, just use the pass keyword which executes nothing. Then only that else block will be executed following the for loop. So there is a print statement underneath the else clause that gets printed out here, and pass stands for executing nothing, so that for will not execute anything, but the else clause corresponding to this for loop gets executed. Okay, and if you do same thing, just look. I want break. Okay, so I want to print something, print the I. It does not come to this else part because break just come break just the let you break just make the for loop just terminates the current execution of the for loop, and it just comes out of the for loop. Okay, so the else block does not get executed. But in case of pass, it is executed, and if you use continue, which is used just to skip the current iteration, that here the current iteration is what is mentioned in the if clause, that is for I equal to 6. Okay, so 6 does not get printed out here, but all the values get printed out here as well as the else part. Okay, understood up to that? Now just look, suppose I want to use while loop. X plus equal to 1. This is compound assignment operator plus equal. Why these things happen? Because X never gets incremented. Okay, so just wait. if you don't know the number of iterations in advance, okay, then what will you do? You have to do one thing, that is you have to mention true here. So until the condition is evaluated to true, you can continue the iteration. So here, then it becomes an infinite loop. Now it falls into an infinite loop. So to overcome this, you have to introduce here an if clause, okay, which checks some certain constant value, okay, and the iteration will get stopped. Otherwise, that will be an infinite loop. Now. Understood? So here I'm not checking while x is less than equal to 10, 100. If I want to break, I have to give the condition here. Okay, otherwise it will be an infinite loop. You may encounter such things. You may come across such things like just press Y to proceed and to not. And if you don't want to proceed, press N. So in such cases, that is the logic behind this is that while this condition needs to be true, you can continue operation. Okay, while the condition gets evaluated to true, you can continue operation. Otherwise, you are just going to stop iteration. Okay, that's it. One more. And if you use here again, one thing is else block. Since comes out of the break, so will not show you that. But if you do something like that, true, and just wait, something happened, asterisk sign has come here. I have to rerun again. I think I have to stop here. Just wait. Oh, just look, it is continue. X is less than equal to 10. Yes. I have to log out. Just wait. Somehow the kernel faces some issues. Just wait. I have to open Jupyter Notebook again. Okay. So here I've checked. Okay. So for continue, that falls into an infinite loop. Okay. And if you check some value which is not is greater than this condition, okay, mentioned, then it will show you this is else block. Okay. So again, if I want to check something like index and the value, I have to use enumerate function. Okay, just look, the I is showing you the index number and the value is printed out corresponding to the index number. Okay, so this is the use of enumerate function. Okay, so you have learned how break keyword is helpful how break keyword helps you to get rid of the current loop. Okay, just come out of the loop and terminates operation. How continue just skips the current iteration and continues printing the next values onwards, and how pass executes nothing. How we have to use while, where true, or where we don't know the number of iterations in our advance, how to use enumerate function for index and the corresponding values. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so up to that you have a clear, I think you have got a basic idea about the conditions and loop concepts. Okay, so now we will cover the dictionary part. Okay, just stop. Just look, dictionary is what? Dictionary is the key value pair where value is any Python object and key is a immutable Python object. That is any number, string, tuple. Okay, because the keys will not get changed. Okay. Okay. So just look at the way of coding. How can we define dictionary? This is your key, then colon, and then value. Okay. Understood? And if you want to print, then it just for I in employee, print employee I. Okay, this I is your keys, that is index. Then I value in employee dot items, you can print both. Okay, it works as enumerate function, items method. Okay, then for key in employee dot keys, only the keys get printed out. For value in for value in employee dot values, only values get printed out. Okay, then Trojan set. Okay, type of Trojan set, and then I just want to make this employee to be Trojan set. Okay, so what happened, the keys will be get stored to these Trojan set values. Okay, just look, salary, age, department name. When you look through the Trojan set, it will give you the keys. Okay, when you want to convert the employee dictionary to Trojan set, okay, then the keys will get stored to this Trojan set. Okay, and if you want to add something new key to this Trojan set dot add area, it will show you Trojan set object has no attribute to add. Okay, because you know Trojan set cannot add any values, so it can be used um, as some immutable object. Okay, and it can be used for some security checking. Okay, and look at this, this is another dictionary. Here just look, the corresponding values for course key will get passed in list format, btech and mtech. If you want to get a particular value, then you can use get method and pass the key name student dot get, so it will give you George. Student got get phone, there is no key named phone, so it will return you none. So if you want to give a default value for a key which is not present in your dictionary, you can do that. Just mention student dot get phone is not present, comma, not found. Okay, that is the message which you want to display at your console. Okay, if you want to change, you can do that, student phone, and this is your new value. you can change the existing key value. You cannot change the keys, but you can change the values. Okay. So this is the way. Name equal to Jane. Okay. And print student. This is the way. You can use name equal to Kate. Okay. That is another way of updating. Okay. And age equal to 21. But here I have used this format, colon format. So update is used to update multiple values. Okay. Earlier it was 555 that is your phone number, and now it becomes this. So just look here, I'm printing the student, and then if I want to delete a particular key, I can use del keyword. Okay. If you want to pop out, then you have to press the key name. Okay. Then acha, just write. Hmm. So when you want to pop out the age key and want to print out the corresponding value, which is assigned to popped underscore age, then it will give you that value for the popped out key. That is age here. Okay. The corresponding value is 21 na? So that gets printed out here. And after that, when you want to print out the student dictionary, then it will give you the keys along with values, but it will not show any age. Okay. Now, if you want to know the number of items, just you can do that using the len function, that stands for length. Okay. Then again, employee name Harry, age 29, salary 5,000, 50,000, and department finance. Okay. You can use format specifier percentage sign. Okay. To and percentage for string. Okay. So there is an exact match that in which format you want to display the values. Okay. So here percentage for age, that is integer, %.2f for float, percentage for string. Okay. Percentage zero format specifier. Force P. You have opened now because I sent you these things to your uh, to you all, so that you can practice. Have you opened and rerun the code with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just look. This is course fee and BA, BCom, BCA. Okay. And P dot course fee set default. I want to make something default as BTech. Okay. And P1 course fee is dot set default MTech and the corresponding values. So just look, BTech is my key, but that has no value. That is by default set to none. And I have set MTech also, so that is, and I've specified the value, so that value is shown here as output. Okay. So this is the thing. Now just look. This is their difference. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. S1 dot difference S2 comma S3. Okay. So S2 comma S3. S2 comma S3 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3. Mm. So 2, 3. So just only one is not present in S2 and S3. Okay. 2, 3 is present in S2. 3 is present in S3. Okay. S1 dot symmetric difference S2. What does it mean? That is, uh, it will not present. That is, the common elements will not be included here. It will not present in the intersection part. Okay. But so S2 dot asymmetric difference S1 and S1 dot symmetric difference S2 will give you same result. 1, 4. Okay. S1 dot intersection S2 comma S3. Okay. So S2 comma S3 gives you what 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And only 3 is present in all the 3 sets. So when S1 dot intersection, that is the intersection value of S2 and S3, uh, will get intersected with the with the elements of set S1. That is the common element 3. Okay. That gets printed out here. Just look, this is your num list for n in num11. You want to append a particular value. Okay. Particular element to your num12. So at one at a time. So here I am using append. Okay. You know how to use append, but here I have done it underneath the for loop. Okay. And you can do the same thing using list comprehension. Within how can you define list comprehension? You have to mention the thing within square brackets and just uh, look for the item and then mention the for loop, that is for n, which searches the items using in membership operator in num11 list here. Okay. And that and those values get stored to this num12. Understood? For num in any num11 num13 dot append in square n. Okay. Print num13. Okay. So n square will get appended to this num13 list, which is actually an empty list. Okay. But if you want to do the same thing using list comprehension, then you have to do this n into n for n in num11. Understood? So guys, just look. Okay, guys, I'm giving you 5 minutes for uh, going through what we have done today. Just do one thing. If you just go through, just uh, look at the things, and if you have any doubts, just let me know. I am giving you 5 minutes. Guys, done? Guys,
Yes, ma'am.
done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So just look. Here I have uh, introduced an if condition for checking even numbers. Okay. So just look. I have done the same thing using list comparison. Here I am just retrieving that even number for checking all the number present in num11 provided the if condition n modulo 2 equal to 0. Okay. Percent sign is used for modulo operation. Okay. If you want to use map function, you can do that. Lambda is a keyword which stands for anonymous function. Okay, that a function has no name. We will discuss that part uh, in the following session. Okay, because right now if you don't know what is function, then you cannot understand anonymous function. Okay, so just keep one thing, that map is a built-in function, and within that I want to pass some function name. Okay, I am, or you can use anonymous function if you want to do. Actually, anonymous function is used where, you know, if you know function, then within outer function an anonymous function is used as a nested one, and to just to return the value to the outer function. Okay, just compute a particular value uh, over the after receiving the argument. Okay, over a variable, and just compute some value and return that output to the outer function, and outer function will receive it as an input. Okay, for further operation. Okay, so just look at lambda n, and it's an argument. Okay, and it will return what, n into n, and for which the list num11 list, that n is present in num11, that is your iterable object. List is an iterable object. Okay, because you can iterate the items of a list. Okay, you can keep more than one list, one iterable object here. So, okay, so just look, map does what for n in map creates an iterable object. Okay, so you have to, if you want to know the each value of that mapped object. Okay, then you have to do one thing. You have to uh, loop through the mapped object. Okay, so here you can get all the squared values. Okay, I want a pair of letter and number present for each letter in ABCD and for each number in 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can do that. Here just look, within that append I have passed another parenthesis, because you know append can take only one value at one time. Okay, at one go. So if you want to treat these L comma num as a tuple, okay, as a tuple element, then you have to keep this L comma num within parenthesis. So it will be treated as a single tuple element. Okay, otherwise you cannot pass two elements, because append receives only one element. Okay, understood? So just look, A0, A1, A2, A3, B0, B1, B2, B3. Okay, for L in ABCD, for num in range 4, that is how I am appending those L comma num as tuple to my list 21, which is an empty list. But now after appending, it will print out me the pair of letter and number. So you can say it is a list of tuples. Okay. You can do the same thing using list comprehension. Letter comma num for letter in ABCD, and again you want to do another for loop that is nested for num in range 4. Okay. Just look. This is the names and surnames. Student Jeep names. So you can use Jeep functions, student names, student surnames, and if you want to know that names present for Jeep name in student Jeep names, you can print those. Okay, that is a widget will get associated with dash. Okay, it is not Cartesian product. In Cartesian product happens what? Each element gets corresponded to each element of another list. Okay, that is, suppose A, B, C, D, E, F is your first list. Okay, that is, these are the items of first list or first table, and another table contains P, Q, R, X, Z. So A, X, A, Q, A, X, A, Y, A, Z. Okay, A, U, A, B, A, W, A, X, A, Y, A, Z, and again B, X, B, Y, B, Z in takes place in case of a Cartesian product. That is, each element that's gets the corresponding to another element. Okay. So here what happens, there is a joining or association happens. What sort of association? That is just first element gets joined to the first element of another list. Okay, and that is how that is the function of G. Okay, Jeep method does this thing. Okay, so if you want to do that in the dictionary, you can do that for name, surname in Jeep, student name, comma surname. Okay, you can keep that name as a key to this dictionary and surname as a value. Just look, instead of printing out the Jeep in table format, you can print it in dictionary format as key value pair. Okay, you can do the same using list comprehension. Just look, name colon surname is okay, that is key value. Okay, for name comma surname in Jeep function, students names comma surname in Jeep function, here you can also introduce condition if name not equal to Varun. Okay, that is how you can use exclamatory sign as not equal to here. Okay, my dict 1 2 gets printed out here. Okay, just look, there is a name Varun Patil is his surname, so it does not get printed out here. Okay, only the rest ones get printed out here. Understood? Understood up to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do practice a lot. Okay, and I don't want to start today function. Okay, because it will become a little bit heavy for you. So I'm stopping here. Okay, I will continue in the next session. Okay, so can I end? Can I wrap up the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Pankaj,
Yes, ma'am.
Shayani, Shaptashi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm wrapping up. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
bye guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Good night, ma'am.